I'm sweating like a rapist right now. I am fast. I am in and out of the bedroom in under 2 minutes. This looks like my liver after a night of drinking. I don't know why anybody would eat this. I mean, if I wanted a salad, I just order a Caesar salad. I wouldn't order something with a pancreas in there. If this is the last thing I eat, Sonny, I'm gonna give you my entire porn collection. All of the magazines are yours. Oh, what's that over there? That didn't work? Damn it, I have to actually eat this. All right, here we go. I was gonna say an aborted fetus, but that's kind of wrong. Cheers. What's up, everybody? Calvin Bowie of FKN Delicious, and today we're in Da Nang, Vietnam. Now, behind me is a night market that specializes in all types of Vietnamese food. We're here today to do... What? Đang quay phim luôn à? Quay được? Somebody recognized who I am. They want to offer me a free dish. Well, I'll never say no to free. So let me show you what this dish is all about. This is phá lấu. And there is tripe, there is stomach, there is liver, there is mango, cucumber, and then we're gonna put some fish sauce right over the top. And that right there, come on, yeah. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. I did not expect that. I did not expect to eat this dish. I did no research on this dish. So we're gonna figure out what this dish is live together on this show. So we have cucumber, then you have tripe, next you have fig, then you have the stomach of a cow. This gets weirder and weirder. You have some mango, pancreas, oh my God. Okay, ready? Then you have the pancreas. What else can I find in here? What else is, what isn't there in here? And then finally, the liver. This looks like my liver after a night of drinking. All right, so how we're gonna eat this? I have no idea. We're gonna stir this up. We're gonna mix up this fish sauce, the chili paste, the lettuce. I don't even know why there's lettuce in here. There are some herbs like mint and basil. I don't know why anybody would eat this. I mean, if I wanted a salad, I just order a Caesar salad. I wouldn't order something with a pancreas in there. But hey, we're in Vietnam, we're in Da Nang, we're at a night market. All you gotta do now is eat it. I'm gonna get some liver, pancreas, some tripe, and some stomach. A little bit of mango and some mint to top it off. If this is the last thing I eat, Sonny, I'm gonna give you my entire porn collection. All of the magazines are yours. All right, here we go. Why are you watching me? I'm gonna eat it. Don't worry about it. Oh, what's that over there? That didn't work? Damn it, I have to actually eat this. All right, here we go. I'm gonna be honest with you. I really want to hate it. I want to hate everything about this because no one would eat a stomach and a pancreas and a liver in the same dish. But I love it. I love that irony. I love that irininess of the pancreas. I love that the liver tastes like liver. The herbs really played an essential point. It brought a nice herbaceousness to it. The mango, what's it doing there? What's there to bring crunch, acidity? This right here might be my new favorite salad. Do one more bite. Stomach, herbs, liver, pancreas. I don't know if it's just the shock of eating this or do I actually like it. But here, look at that. It looks like, I was gonna say an aborted fetus, but that's kind of wrong. Cheers. I love it. Now, bens are typically savory rice cakes. Here, there is so much going on. This is the dish we'll be eating right here. So let's sit down and let's get into this. I love markets. It is a true heartbeat of any great city here in Vietnam. And Da Nang probably has the best night market of the entire country. Now, we have this fish sauce here that has garlic, chili, and more chili. We're gonna scoop this fish sauce right over the top. We're gonna get another big spoonful here. Make sure you get a lot of chili on there. And there is nothing else to do but to dive in on this amazing plate of food. Chopsticks in hand, let's start off with the bánh căn. Now, this is bánh căn, and as you can see inside, there is a quail egg. That's all I got. Why are quail eggs so small? The quail is quite a big bird, but here, it is just such a tiny yolk. Give it a shot. Mm, 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 mm. A little chewy. The bánh căn is like a little fried egg cake. There's not much else to say about that. And I assure you, in America, there is no bánh căn like that. Next, the ram chin. Now, I don't know how to tell people, but it looks like an egg roll to me. Let's bite into it and see what's inside. I hate to tell you, that's just an egg roll. But the filling inside is savory, peppery, and delicious. Nice shattery crust on the outside, a little bit greasy, but with the fish sauce, really good. Mm. All right. Next, you have the chả. Now, you can eat this by yourself. You can eat this with the bánh ướt. And what chả is basically ground pork that's been steamed. And what I want to do is I want to grab the chả and also some bánh ướt. Oh, that looks delicious. It's going to be a combo bite. Here we go. It's pliable. It's soft. The chả has a nice meatiness to it. A combination with the fish sauce, amazing. I'm sweating like a rapist right now. It's good. Next, the bánh bèo. This is my favorite thing to eat growing up, and still to this day, 47 years later, I still like it. So that bánh bèo is rice flour, water, and a little bit of oil that's been steamed. I'm gonna give it a dip here in the fish sauce. Make sure it's well coated on all sides, and then eat it. Bánh bèo is such a fun snack to eat. It has zero micronutrients, but flavor-wise, it really picks up the fish sauce and then carries that into your mouth. Next, this is a dish that I grew up with and I love to death. This is bánh bò lọc. I swear to God, when I was a young kid, this was my every Saturday morning. Let's give it a bite. Oh. I love the springiness of the bánh bò lọc. It's translucent because it's made out of tapioca flour. And inside, there is a, come here, motherfucker. Inside, there is a caramelized shrimp. I think there should be more caramelized shrimp in everything I eat. Oops. There should be caramelized shrimp in Subway. There should be caramelized shrimp at McDonald's. There should be caramelized shrimp in your froyo. Some bite. Fun to eat. Again, absolutely no macronutrients, but I'm not here to try to eat super clean. I'm here to show you what the fun things in Vietnam's night markets are all about. Finally, the eat ram. There isn't much to say about eat ram because this is a sticky rice that's been fried up. And then over here, you have basically empty calories. It reminds me of when I was in high school and my heart got broken. And my heart was full of empty calories too. Let's give it a bite. Be careful because it's quite sharp. The flavors are a little nutty, savory, sweet, but it's really about the texture, that chewiness of the uneat rum, just the fun of eating it. This is the last bite we have here. I'm gonna put everything together. F it. Who wants to sit through a 20-minute show anyways? Me, I am efficient, I am fast, I am in and out of the bedroom in under 2 minutes. That's if I'm lucky. Last bite. That's it. Oh, buddy guy. Whoa, that's spicy. All there's to do now is say the magic words, "Go and somebody would demand money from it. Come on, yeah. All we gotta do now is figure out how much that bill was. What an amazing experience that was to be able to eat some local specialties here in the central region. We had bánh bò lọc, we had bánh bèo, we had bánh ướt, we had chả, we had bánh ít, ram. We had everything. My eyes are getting bad as I get older. A whopping $1.33. It's amazing. That itself is worth flying here to Da Nang and trying that dish. For $1.33, you can't get anything in America for $1.33 anymore. Then the next dish, it was called tai lo. It was a salad based on internal organs, the stomach, the kidney, the pancreas, and a bunch of other cool things. It was 40,000 VND, and 40,000 VND equates to be $1.52. That brings my entire total today of 70,000 VND or $2.66. When you're in Da Nang, check out Chakon and check out this night market because there's so much food here. There isn't just her stall, but there's a lot more stalls, like another 8 or 9 of them. Have you ever thought about how I make this channel work? How do I travel the world and make these amazingly stupid videos? Well, it's because I have viewers like you that have big hearts and deep pockets, and they pledge to the channel $1, $2, $5. You could have pledged $2.66 and bought me the entire lunch today. They also pledged $10, $20, $50. Some even pledge $100. I'll leave my QR code on the screen right about now and consider pledging because it's pledges like yours that keep me and this guy and his stomach on YouTube. With that being said, my name is Calvin Bowie, aka Captain Charisma. I will see you next time on FKN Deliciousness. Next, I have no idea what's in here. Now, other food vloggers will not eat mum tom. This is like a little plate for midgets. Why is there a fly on my chopstick? Words. Now the first, hey motherfucker, I'm trying to film an episode. Yes, I'm gonna put my nose right to the mum tom and tell you what this smells like. I'm not quite sure what ET looks like. It smells putrid. Oh, this is alien brains. If you're watching this, and this is the last thing I eat on the world, remember, I do it because I love you guys. What's up, everybody? Calvin Bowie of FKN Deliciousness, and today we're in Da Nang, Vietnam. Now, behind me is a restaurant that specializes in one dish, but it's not just any dish. It is Vietnam's most stinkiest dish. That's right. It's a sauce called mum tom. Now, what is mum tom? Mum tom is a fermented shrimp paste sauce, and it's accompanied with noodles, pork, tofu, and a bevy of vegetables. So let's go inside, actually right here, and let's see what mum tom is all about. Now, as you can see, this restaurant specializes in one thing and one thing only. That is bún đậu mắm tôm. Now, bún đậu mắm tôm technically is 3 separate words. Bún meaning noodle. Đậu meaning fried tofu. And the mắm tôm is the fermented, stinky shrimp paste. Now all you gotta do now is yell out the word, em ơi cho anh treo món nha, and somebody will come out. Anh lấy một cái map đặc biệt cho mọi người nha. Lấy thêm một cái chả tóc. Come on nha. All right, so let's see what's on this table. Come on in here. Okay. So in this basket, you'll see some beautiful red chilies. Also, some beautiful kumquat. Now, what they do here is they slice the top off about 80%. And then when you squeeze it, it's just the easier way to squeeze it. Kumquat is a citrus similar to lime, but it has sort of an orange essence to it. Next, I have no idea what's in here. Oh, it's just sugar. Here you have brown sugar. That's not exciting. And then this. These are just utensils. You have chopsticks, You have scissors and you have a spoon. But I'll show you why there's scissors on the table in a little bit. All right, we'll start the meal by having this drink called trà tắc. Now, what trà tắc is tea, the kumquat, and a little bit of salt. What you get is a refreshing drink, but that saltiness really brings a balance to the tea. It's not overly sweet. It's not overly herbaceous. It has just a nice hint of freshness. So this is bún đậu mắm tôm. And as I said earlier, it is a combination of 3 words. Now the first, hey motherfucker, I'm trying to film an episode. The first word in bún đậu mắm tôm is bún. That is the noodle. As you can see here, the noodles are pressed tightly into small squares. Next, the đậu, the fried tofu. As you can see, that tofu is beautifully fried, not oily, crispy, crunchy, and also the same size. You see how they're similar in size? Now, the final word here is mắm tôm. That is the fermented shrimp paste. Come on in here, let me show you that sauce. Now, other food vloggers will not eat mắm tôm. They're gonna hide from it. They're gonna say, it's not for me, I'm vegan. But not me. I am a true food enthusiast. I'm gonna put my nose right to the mắm tôm and tell you what this smells like. How they make mắm tôm is they basically take shrimp, they pour salt over it, and they put it into a container, and they let it sit and ferment. But what do you think happens when shrimp, heat, and salt come together? Well, this is what happens. This sauce is the color of E.T. I'm not quite sure what E.T. looks like. It's been a while. But if I remember correctly, E.T. was kind of purplish and grayish. It smells putrid. But I know from experience that this is really good. Now, no one's going to eat mắm tôm just straight out of a container. You have to mix it. You have to blend it up with a few items. So what you do here is you take this beautiful kumquat, and since it's already sliced on the top, what you do then is you break the top off, and then you give it a spritz right into the fermented shrimp paste, which is called mắm tôm. And don't worry if there's seeds in there. That adds to the flavor. Next, the chili. So earlier I said, why is there scissors on the table? Well, what you do is you chop the chili up right into the sauce. And if you know me, I like chili. A few more slices here. Right to the very end. All right. That's 2 out of the 3 items on the table. There's one thing left to do, which is to add the sugar. So what you want to do is you want to take the sugar. You want to take about a teaspoon of the sugar. You're going to put that into the mắm tôm, and then you're going to whip this up. What happens when you whip up fermented shrimp paste, sugar, and kumquat is it starts to froth. And that frothing becomes our dipping sauce for this amazing dish. Oh, it's strong, it's spicy, it's sweet, but it's so addicting. Once you can get over the smell and also the color, this becomes your favorite condiment. All right, I forgot what else was on the plate. Come on in here. You have boiled intestines, which are also known as chitlins. Then you, motherfucker. Then you have nam zang, which is a fermented pork sausage that's been deep fried. Crusty outside, but savory goodness inside. Then you have this. This is alien brains. No, this is not alien brains. This is jagom, and jagom is a sticky rice found in the north blended with pork. And finally, you have some beautiful boiled pork, skin on, beautiful fat to meat ratio. Over here, you have some lettuce, cucumber, and some herbs, including perilla, and the smallest basil I could ever find in this entire world. And included in this meal, the owners know that your breath is going to stink after eating this. They add in some beautiful candy. Not quite sure how sweet coffee candy is going to make my breath smell after eating fermented shrimp paste. But we'll find out. So, how do you eat bunamamtom? Well, it's really simple. How I like to eat it is on every table, there's a second ramekin here. This is like a little plate for midgets. I like to start off with some noodles on the bottom, give it a dunk into these fermented shrimp paste. A little goes a long way, so be careful, guys. And I like to eat things individually, but together. How does that work? I'll show you. Start off with the noodle. Then tofu. Crispy, delicious. Then a little bit of the nemzan. Just a little bit. I love nemzan because it's fermented pork. They deep fry it. It's a nice crunchy exterior, but a really savory umami interior. Then, my mouth is stanking right now. I need a little bit of some herbs, some perilla, some lettuce. We go right back in. Then, some noodles. Back to the noodle. Got some pork. That pork is so sweet and just full of delicious fat. I love that. Grab some chitlins, grab some of that boiled intestine, give it a dip. Why is there a fly on my chopstick? Hey, I don't want to eat you. Can that blow you away? Ooh! I think I know what that pig ate before it died. I can taste it still in the intestines right now. And finally, the jagong. I'm still wondering, why is it green? It's not just like any green, but it's like a very neon green. Let's give it a dip in here. If you're watching this, and this is the last thing I eat on the world, remember, I do it because I love you guys. Delicious. The green things is the gom. And I found that the gom is almost like a sticky rice. And then the jia on the outside is made out of pork. This is actually delicious. Great texture, great sweetness from the sticky rice. That's a winner. All right. Now, for those of you who didn't catch the first round, I'm going to do it one more time for you. I'm going to put some noodle here. And again, these are noodles that have been pressed. These are fresh noodles. And I like that they break up into strands. I've had mundo mamtom in the West. They kind of use the reconstituted noodle. It doesn't give you the same bite, the same mouthfeel. I'm gonna take some noodle. Now I'm gonna give it a dip into the shrimp paste. Oh my God, that's way too much. Oh, all right. Don't be like me and don't put that much shrimp paste on your noodle. But hey, I already did it. It's time to get a bite. A little salty, but still delicious. Give a dip of the tofu into the sauce. Tofu is expertly fried. Then, since your mouth is full of God knows what, a little bit of perilla, cleanse the palate. No cucumber, nice texture. No lettuce, not really didn't do anything. Right into the pork, beautiful pork belly that's been boiled and sliced. Right into the fermented shrimp paste. Mm, that's good. Then the Nimzan. Oh, I can literally sit around and eat this all day long. Nice crunch, great flavor. Some of the chacom. And then finish it off with some more noodles. And that right there is how I eat. Woo! That's spicy. My mundo, mamtong. I absolutely demolished this plate. Now the only thing that's left is to say the magic words. And somebody will come by and demand money from me. In 3, 2, 1. That didn't work. But since there's some candy on the table, let's have some of this coffee candy to mix up with the fermented shrimp paste, taste and smell in my mouth, and see what happens. Now, all you gotta do is transfer the money over and tell you how much this amazing meal cost. What an amazing meal that was. I started today's episode thinking that I wouldn't like mamtom. I wouldn't like fried tofu. Hell, I wouldn't even like any of the ingredients on the plate. But after eating it and mixing it with lime and chili and some sugar and frothing it up, now how much was today's lunch? Well, it was a whopping 60,000 VND. Now remember, I did get a tea and I got the Bunda Mamtom. Now 60,000 VND equates to be, oh come on, $2.33. Now that to me is a bargain anywhere in Da Nang. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, comment down below if you ever had Bunda Mamtom, and if so, what did you think about it? There's one way that you can help me as a small content creator travel the world and make these amazing videos. And how do you do that, you ask? Well, it's quite simple. You can pledge $1, $2, $5. You can pledge $5 right now and have bought me that lunch. $10, $20, $50, or even $100. I'll leave my QR code on the screen right about now and consider pledging, because it's pledges like yours that allow me, a small-time content creator, to go make these amazing food videos. With that being said, my name is Calvin Bowie, aka Captain Charisma. I will see you next time on FKN Deliciousness. Now, that's what you call a banh mi. Calvin, you just got gypped. It is. Watch this. Wow, that really worked. Now, the Cubans have their roasted pork sandwiches, and the Mexicans have their tortas. I will watch it to make sure it doesn't burn. She's gonna pull off my sandwich, put it into the condom, and also make sure that you're not having sex tonight. And enough herbs to start World War III. This is what the paper bag is good for, wiping your mouth. Understand that what you have in your little small town of Wichita, Kansas, may not be what the rest of the world eats for Vietnamese food. It is like Bone Thugs and Harmony. 5 different black guys singing rap. What's up, everybody? Calvin Bowie of FKN Deliciousness, and today we are in, hey, mother, Da Nang, Vietnam. In this episode, I was looking for something different, something easy to eat, something that you're going to watch and say, damn, I really want to eat that. And so today's episode, we're going to be eating banh mi heo wei, roast pork sandwiches. Now, the Cubans have their roasted pork sandwiches, and the Mexicans have their tortas. But here in Vietnam, we have something even better. We have roasted pork belly. We have crispy bread. Let's go inside and see what is banh mi heo nướng lu. Just like that. We'll start off over here. Hi, Am. We're gonna start off by putting the magic glove on. We're gonna cut the bread in half. Start off with some butter, some chili, cucumbers, herbs, pickled papaya and carrot, their secret sauce, and then we're gonna put on a load of pork And just like that, in a matter of 10 seconds, you have a beautiful banh mi. She's going to then leave it on the grill here and forget about it while she takes care of other customers. I will watch it to make sure it doesn't burn. There's only one person at the shop. She's coming back. She is roasting this sandwich. We call it banh mi, and that thing is going to be so crispy and delicious. She's coming back here. She's putting another sandwich on that isn't mine. She's going to pull off my sandwich, put it into the condom, and then put it into a plastic bag. All right, so we have this beautiful plastic bag, and inside of it is come here. And inside of it is a banh mi condom. Now, what does it do? Well, it protects the banh mi. It also makes sure that you're not having sex tonight because this is not sexy. But what's inside is super sexy. Let me show you the banh mi. Let me open this up and let's look inside and see what's in there. Wow. Now, that's what you call a banh mi. You have roasted pork, more roasted pork, pickled papaya, a sliver of carrot, and enough herbs to start World War III. No, I'm just kidding. This is rau ram. This is called Vietnamese coriander. And what's different about this banh mi compared to the banh mi's in the West is that there isn't any pate. There isn't any hamon. There isn't any jalo. There's just pork and goodness. So there is something else to do other than take a bite. You ready? Let's do this. This is what the paper bag is good for, wiping your mouth. Let's start with the flavors. The flavor of the banh mi is savory, it's sweet, slightly spicy. Then the texture of the bread. You can see how crispy that bread is. Watch this. Wow, that really worked. That's how crispy the bread is. And then when she grilled it on the grill, it became extra crispy. A nice brown hue on the bread and the bite. Mm. Mm. Now, a lot of you are going to say in the comments, Calvin, you just got gypped. There's no pate. There's no pickled jicama. There's no cilantro. Listen, not every banh mi has to have the same ingredients. We're in the central of Vietnam right now. These are the ingredients that they use. And so have a little respect. Understand that what you have in your little small town of Wichita, Kansas, may not be what the rest of the world eats for Vietnamese food. And so that should give you another reason to come here to Da Nang and try out this amazing food. I almost forgot the star of the show. The pork, not me. The pork skin, super crispy on the outside. On the inside, this beautiful layer of fat. All you gotta do now is eat this. Oh, God. That pork is so delicious, so crispy, so salty. I mean, savory. This banh mi is so harmonious. It is like Bone Thugs and Harmony. 5 different black guys singing rap. That doesn't make any sense. All right, last bite. Mm. I've had thousands of banh mi in my lifetime. Maybe in 10,000. I am quite old. I have to say that this version of banh mi probably is, hey, I'm trying to film here. This banh mi might be one of my top 3 favorite banh mi's in the world. Mm. Final bite. Oh. Now that is absolutely fucking deliciousness. So as I wiped my face and my hands with this banh mi condom, they have a toothpick. They've really thought everything through. And so this little toothpick and I spend a little time together. Now, With every banh mi here comes a special item. This, a bottled water. Their own bottled water. I'm not quite sure how I feel about a pork sandwich shop having their own water brand. Let's have a sip. If this tastes like pork water and it becomes a hit, I want 10%. Hey, if 50 Cent can do it with vitamin water, why can't I do it with hell lu fuda water? Have a sip. No porky flavor, just clean water. So every banh mi comes a bottle of water and this bag that's going to kill off every seal in the Pacific Ocean. Absolutely delicious. What an amazing meal that was. A crispy banh mi filled to the brim with crispy roasted pork, pickled vegetables, an herb that you don't usually see with the rau ram, and who can forget that pork water? They're probably wondering, how much does all this cost? Well, I'm gonna tell you right now, that entire meal, including the banh mi, the water, the banh mi condom, the bag that's gonna kill a seal, and the toothpick, cost me a whopping 25,000 VND. Now, how much is that, you ask? Well, I'm gonna tell you right now. 25,000 VND is, oh, come on. Are you serious? 96 cents. That entire meal was under $1. You can't even go McDonald's anymore and get the extra value meal for under $1. So when you're in Da Nang, check out banh mi on Fuda. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, comment down below, comment if you've ever had a roasted pork banh mi, and if so, what did you think about it? There's one thing that you can do to help me as a content creator travel the world and make these amazing banh mi videos. What is it, you ask? Well, you can pledge to the channel. You can pledge $1. You can literally just pledge $1 right now and buy me lunch. $2, $5, $10, $20, $50, or even $100. I'll leave my QR code on the screen right about now and consider pledging because it's pledges like yours that make these videos possible. With that being said, my name is Calvin Bowie, aka Captain Charisma. I will see you next time on Fucking Deliciousness. $1. Wow, that's cheap. What's up, everybody? Calvin Bowie of Fucking Deliciousness, and today we're in Da Nang, Vietnam. On today's episode, I wanted to eat something that even I haven't eaten before. No, it's not fetal duck egg. No, it's not coagulated pig's blood. It's this. Bánh ướt thịt heo quay. Now, what is it? Well, basically, that's what it is. Bánh ướt are these beautiful sheets of rice noodle, and thịt heo quay is roasted pork. Now, together, sounds like a great dish. But I've never had it together. I've never even thought about putting these things together as a dish. So on today's episode, I want to take you inside this restaurant right behind me and show you what bánh ướt thịt heo quay is all about. Let's go inside. Lấy cho mình cái bánh ướt thịt heo quay nha. All right, so this restaurant specializes in dishes from the Hue region. Now, that is the central region. And this dish of bánh ướt thịt heo quay is their specialty. Of course, I've never experienced it. I've been to Hanoi. I've been to Saigon. I live in Da Nang. But Hue is an area that I've done very little filming at. So this dish is, well, it's coming out right now. That's what it is. This is bánh ướt, and this is steamed sheets of rice noodle. You can even see right through it. You can't see that. It's not that translucent, but it is very thin and very pliable. On top, you have this beautiful fried shallots. That's really it. And that's the whole entire show. This restaurant is eerily quiet. I'm the only one who's speaking. Look around. No one is saying a single word. I wonder why it's so quiet here. And I wonder, do they think that I'm crazy for speaking to you, the audience? All right, our server is coming right now. He's a little nervous. I can see it in his eyes. But don't you worry. because no one watches this show. All right. You have this beautiful halway, a bevy of herbs. Oh, all right. Now let me tell you what's on this table. Let's start off with this beautiful roasted pork. You have beautiful strips of pork here, beautiful fat to meat ratio, and that skin, that crackling. Look at that beautiful color. Next, you have this, a plate of vegetables. No, this is actually pickles. So you have bean sprouts, you have hae, it's like a Chinese green onion, you have carrot, and you have this, the bottom of the green onion. Next, you have herbs. You have my favorite, yip ga. You have this, cilantro. You have this in the West, don't you? You have lettuce. No, that's not lettuce. You have lettuce. And you have more bean sprouts. Why do they have so much bean sprouts here in the central region? Okay. Then you have this, garlic. Now, I don't have much to say about garlic other than it's good for your heart, especially at this age. Chili. This. There's a Vietnamese folklore that says the more chili you eat, the more jealous you are. You think I'm jealous? No. You think I'm jealous of Sunny's 11.4 million subscribers? No. Or Mark's 11.2 million subscribers? No. What? I have 76.4 thousand subscribers on YouTube. And I thank each and every one of you for subscribing. Let's eat. Now, how do you eat this? Well, good question, because I've never eaten this before. I'm gonna guess you're gonna make a little bowl here. You're gonna start off with some, hey, why do people like to honk when I'm filming? You wanna start off with some beautiful rice noodles. We're gonna take a few sheets here. And it's such a weird dish because usually you would eat this with chả lúa, which is steamed pork loaf. But here you eat it with roasted pork. What a great idea. Next, after you make a bed of bánh ướt, bring in some roasted pork. We're gonna put that right on top here. And since I'm filming alone, I get to have 4 pieces. After that, we want to put in some pickled vegetables with some nice acidity, and we want a nice crunch. We're gonna add in some of this bean sprout mixture right on top. And then to finish it off, you need some nice herbaceousness. You need some herbs. You need some yip ga. You need some lettuce. You need some cilantro. And that right there is going to be the, oh shoot, the ultimate bite. We're gonna put some fish sauce right over the top here to, hell, my cardiologist is watch this. We'll do one more scoop of fish sauce. That'll be 3 beautiful spoonfuls of fish sauce. And then all you gotta do is eat it. Now, I like to eat things together. I like to get all the textures and flavors all in one bite. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna take a little bit of everything, a little bit of herbs, a little bit of bánh ướt, a little bit of pork, and look at that. Tell me right there, is that not the most beautiful thing in the entire world? It doesn't really look like much, does it? I mean, it kind of looks like a wilted penis. Let's eat it anyways. Here we go. Mm, 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 mm. The sheets of bánh ướt are so soft and pliable. It's like a little cloud where you can put other ingredients on. That roasted pork is some of the best pork belly I've ever had. And then the pickles. The pickles aren't super sour, they're not super acidic, but they add a nice crunch and dimension to this dish. We're gonna do the exact same thing. We're gonna pick up some beautiful pork, some bánh ướt, some vegetables, And look at that. Now, I think this looks much better than the original one, although it really doesn't look like much. Mm. The ingredients here are super fresh. Everything has great texture, great flavor. What a lackluster meal that was. I'm not saying that it's bad, it's just saying that it's just not for me. Even though the ingredients were really fresh and I thought the pork was incredible, I think going together, it really didn't really do much. The fish sauce was a little bit on the Vietnamese word is called lang, and lang means a little bit kind of watered down, and I was wanting a little bit more from that dish. So you're probably wondering, how much was that lackluster meal? Well, I'm going to tell you. The total was 70,000 VND. And that equates to be not too bad. Waste of calories, but not too bad. $2.69. I think for under $3 to have an experience of Hue food here in Da Nang without traveling all the way to Hue, maybe you're going to really enjoy this dish. When you're in Da Nang, you want to check out a Hue specialty, check out Ba Su. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, comment down below, comment if you've ever had bánh ướt, thịt heo quay. And if so, what did you think about it? Maybe I'm getting it all wrong. Again, the dish wasn't bad. It just was a little lackluster. Speaking of being lackluster, there's one way that you can help me as a content creator travel the world and make these lackluster videos. How do you do so? Well, you can pledge to the channel. You can pledge $1, $2, $5, $10, $20, $50, or even $100. I'll leave my QR code on the screen right about now and consider pledging. Because it's pledges like yours that keep me on YouTube. With that being said, my name is Calvin Bowie, aka Captain Charisma. I will see you next time on FKN Deliciousness.